Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to Everyday October Day 11. I'm going to say 11. I think it's 11. Today I am excited. My lips are not excited. Today we are going to be talking about autumn lips. I'm very excited today. I'm going to swatch all of these on my mouth. I'm probably going to deeply regret this in about an hour. I'm currently filming a wear test for the new Huda Beauty foundation as well. So my mouth's probably going to look gross by the end of this, but we'll see. We'll see how it does. I suppose it's the ultimate test. So without further ado, let's get straight into the lip shades because I'll be here forever if I don't. Really do with a little mirror right now, but we're just going to use the new Beauty Bay Celestial Charms Mini Charms palette. Right, so we're going to start off with the easiest to remove. This first one is the Clinique. This is the Pop Lip and Cheek Oil in the shade Black Honey. I know Black Honey's everywhere right now. I don't actually have the lipstick version. But I really like this lip oil. I feel like this is definitely the perfect, like, just bitten lip colour. It's that beautiful kind of terracotta-y shade with a little bit of depth to it. It's so beautiful. I love this. I love throwing it on. It does feel slightly more like a gloss than a lip oil, but I really love it. I think it's beautiful. Okie dokie. Right, next up we have this. This is the e.l.f. Pout Clout Lip Plumping Pen. This is the shade, I think it's called, is it called Black Cherry? I'm sure it had like a little sticker on the bottom, but it's no longer does. I'm sure it's called Black Cherry or something cherry. This one for me is a pretty spot on dupe for Black Cherry. If you are on more of a budget or you want to try the kind of colour before you go and purchase Black Honey, I think this would be a great one to pick up. The only thing with it is these are quite similar in texture to the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lips, which are quite like slippy and slidey. This one does also have a plumping effect. It's got a fairly light cooling effect. I wouldn't necessarily say it's spicy, not compared to a lot of plumping products that are out there these days. It's quite comfortable, but I don't mind a plumping effect that's quite spicy anyway. So I think if you're not into the plumping effect, I'd skip this one. But if you are and you want something similar to Black Cherry without buying Black Honey, without buying Black Honey, then I think this is a great one. Next up, we've got an old favourite of mine. This is the Bobbi Brown Crushed Liquid Lip. This is the shade Give a Fig. I don't know whether you can still fit these up. I'm not going to lie. These are definitely more of like a lip tint. They're really glossy. They're so comfortable to wear. If my lips are really dry, automatically I jump for these. I really like the way they look. They're a little bit glossy, but they've got quite a lot of pigment to it. And I just think this is a really beautiful colour for this time of year. If you don't want to go full in like dark berry lip, this has just got a little bit of a hint of berry. It's still quite like poppy. I really love this one. Okie dokie, I have got a couple of lip liners, but I'm not going to swatch these on my lips. This is Sweet One's lip liner in Bombshell, which is like a really pretty cherry red. And then we have Too Faced Lady Bold lipstick, Lady Bold lip liner, sorry, in Lady Bold, which is a slightly darker red. Those are the two. I don't feel like I need to swatch these on my lips, because they already kind of sting, which is good. But both of these shades are just like really good staple red shades. One more pinky, one kind of a little bit darker. Next up, this is the Odin's Eye and Angelica. This is one of the lip products from the Halloween collection. This is the shade Shadow Creature, and this is a matte formula. Excuse my application there, it's definitely only going to get worse from here. I absolutely love this matte formula from Odin's Eye. It almost gives kind of that cloud lips trend. This shade is really beautiful. It's a kind of bricky orange. It's not quite red, I would say. So I think if you don't want to try red, this might be a really nice way to go. They're very comfortable. I really like this one. I really like the formula. Would definitely recommend the Odin's Eye kind of matte liquid lips. Okay, another one I'm not going to swatch on my lips, because last time I tried to film a lip swatch video, I swatched one of these on my lips and it wouldn't come off. This is the Glisten Juicy Tint. This is the shade Watermelon. These are the perfect, like, basic, everyday lip tints. If you want to do a red, but you don't want to do something too over the top, these are beautiful. They come in like a variety of red shades. They also do like a really deep brown now, which I feel like would be beautiful for this time of year. But it's a really lovely shade, very low maintenance. Literally, I put that on once in a day and that's it. I'm not going to top it back up again because it just wears away really beautifully because it's a tint. Okay, we're very much getting into the darker ones now, which obviously we love. We love for this time of year. My lips do not love them. This one is Ofra Liquid Lipstick in Americano. For me, this has always been like a staple autumn shade. It's just a really gorgeous, like slightly orange, chocolatey brown. I think it looks great with most looks. It looks great kind of in a more professional environment, but I also think it's a really fun colour at the same time. I love the Ofra liquid mattes. They're probably one of the very few liquid matte lipsticks that I do still wear and enjoy wearing. They're not so dry, they're not kind of tacky and stick together, and I love this shade. I think it's perfect for this time of year. Okie dokie, next up, this is Huda Matte Lipstick in Graduation Day. Yeah. And this to me is almost like a plummy brown shade. I think it's really interesting. I honestly don't have anything like this in my collection. It's almost like somebody took MAC Stone and then mixed something like beautiful and pinky with it. Again, the formula of the Huda Beauty lipsticks are very comfortable. They do look very matte, but they are still movable. I really enjoy this shade. I think it looks really cool, especially with a look like today's, which is quite like warm and purpley. Speaking of MAC Stone, I couldn't not include this in this video. Again, like Graduation Day, I literally have nothing in my collection that looks like MAC Stone. It's a very grey brown and I just absolutely love it. It's one of those lipsticks that you put on and it just instantly makes me feel like a bad bitch. I absolutely love it. It's the old MAC matte formula. Let me just check because I don't actually know whether MAC have re-released this. Okay, so it seems they still do the lip pencil, but I'm not sure this has been re-released in the new formula of lipsticks, which kind of breaks my heart a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. Interesting. Okay. Okay, I don't know about that one. I don't know whether this is still available. I'm kind of sad that it's not, but you can still get the lip liner, so you can still get something that's similar. And it's just this kind of grey toned brown, which I love. I'm really sad they've not re-released Max Stone. That is sad. We're getting to the point now where this is basically all purple. The last kind of nudie one is this shade from Milani. This is the shade Passion, and this is in the colour, what are these lipsticks called? Colour Fetish lipsticks, maybe? This is another one of those perfect kind of autumnal brown shades. I feel like not a lot of people talk about these Milani lipsticks, and I really, really love them. I think both the shiny version and these kind of matte versions are really lovely. But this is kind of a very pink brown, whereas like your Graduation Day from Huda is a very purple brown, and obviously Max Stone is a very grey tone brown. But I think having something that is brown, that is also kind of a fun tone, is a great way to kind of amp up a nude lipstick. Now this application is absolutely shocking because I've not got a lip liner on underneath it, but this is an almost black brown. I think it's such a cool colour. It's not going to be for everybody, but I think it would look beautiful on like a darker skin tone. But I think on me it looks very, very vampy, very kind of out there, and I really enjoy the way it looks. Again, beautiful matte formula, very comfortable. Hoe is Life, which is in this same cream, what do they call them? Is it cream lipstick? Ultra matte. No, the ultra matte lipstick is in exactly the same formula. I just think it's beautiful. So comfortable to wear. Love it. Okay, next up is the bougiest lipstick in my collection. This is the Tom Ford Lip Colour Matte in number 8 Velvet Cherry. I actually picked this one up at Cheshire Oaks in the beauty outlet. And I mean, just look at that. It's a beautiful, deep cherry, kind of slightly vampy lip colour. It's stunning. I love the packaging, the kind of burgundy and the rose gold. It's beautiful. Would I have bought it full price? Probably not. But now I have tried the formula, I think if they bring out an interesting shade, I'm more likely to try it. But for now, I'm perfectly happy just having this one. It's a beautiful shade, very comfortable, and even though my lips are starting to get a bit patchy because I've taken so many off, it still looks really great, which you should do because they're like 54 quid. Sorry, Tom. What? I'd just like to say shout out to this Huda foundation because she's the real MVP here. Right, okie dokie. That one's quite dark. Let's do this one next. This is Maximal Matte Lipstick in the shade Keep Dreaming. I actually mentioned this one in my July to September favourites. I think it's definitely slightly less vampy than the rest of them. It's more of like a deep pinky brown. To be fair, it's not really brown at all. It's quite pink. I just think there's just something about it I really, really enjoy. I think it looks really nice with my skin tone. The new Maximal matte formula is so much better than the old matte formula. Obviously, I quite like the formula of Stone, but some of the other mattes like Lady Danger, this formula is much better, much more comfortable. Feels a lot more like the formula of Stone. I really like this one. I think it's a really cool colour, and I think it's going to be one that does really well this autumn winter time. I've got two from the Charlotte Tilbury Matte Revolution collection. This is Fame Flame. And this one is a beautiful orangey red. Does not go with the eyeshadow I'm currently wearing. But I love this shade. It's a real like classic orange red. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I don't know what else to say about that one. It's just gorgeous. And then from that same line, we have Mark of a Kiss. This is more kind of a vampy red. Now this one has definitely still got that hint of terracotta to it, but it's much deeper, much vampier, but it is still on that kind of orange family. I really like this one. I love a terracotta lip at this time of year. I think they look amazing. I think this one is beautiful. Okay, this is another one from the Maximal Matte Lipstick Collection. This is Viva Empowered. And this one is a little bit darker. I feel like with this one, it's almost like Hulu's Graduation Day, but like it's punk rock cousin. It's definitely darker. It's definitely that kind of grey toned purple, but there is a bit more warmth to this one. It's definitely still like a berry shade rather than it being like a grey purple. But I really love this one. Again, beautiful formula. Love the fact the Viva Glam lipsticks are still about. I think it's an amazing collection, collaboration. And yeah, I love the look of this one. I think it's absolutely stunning. I could happily keep this one on. I feel like also it is really good with this look. Right, okay, this is the Juvia's Place lipstick in Odin's Eye. This is definitely the darkest traditional bullet lipstick I've got today. Now this one really reminds me of MAC Rebel. It's that same kind of pinky, purpley shade, but quite vampy. I do really enjoy this one. A little bit drier than the nudes in this same collection and the same kind of lipstick formula. I find the darker ones are a little bit more drying. It's not anything major, it's not anything super uncomfortable. It's just not one that I'd perhaps wear all day to work because I feel like it would be uncomfortable by the end of the day. But for like a 4 or 5 hour wear, it's great. I do really like this one. Like I said, it just gives me Rebel vibes, which I love. MAC Rebel was a favourite for so long. I've actually still got it in my collection. I just don't put it on my mouth anymore. And now they've just released the satin lipstick, so I'm like, I might have to get Rebel again because it is such a great winter staple. Oh God, I have other videos to film after this, and I can't take this makeup off because I'm doing a wear test on the foundation, so I'm just going to have to be really careful when I take this last one off. Okay, second to last, NYX Copenhagen Soft Matte Lip Cream. I felt like I couldn't not include this one. Again, very much an autumn staple for me. Love the formula of the NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams. They're very comfortable, but also wear really nicely. They're not the most long wearing matte lip product I've ever tried, but I think it makes up for that in comfort and the fact that you can reapply over and over again and it doesn't make your lips feel horrific. I love this shade. Again, very much similar to the last one, but I definitely prefer the formula of the soft matte lip cream. I just think it's beautiful. And they do have a slight, it's not even a sheen, but they're not 100% matte. They don't kind of dry down to that matte finish. They're still movable. It's almost like a slight satin finish, but it is somewhere like in between the satin and matte vibe. But I love this shade. I think it's gorgeous. And I must have had about 3 tubes of that one. Okay, last one. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Matte Resistance Liquid Lip in the shade 500 Wine Not. I do love a liquid lip in this kind of like very liquidy form. Like, I used to really enjoy the Maybelline Superstay liquid lips. I really like these ones. Now again, these are very comfortable and they do set down, but not in like a 100% matte way. The only thing I will say with these ones is you can have a little bit of trouble with transfer, especially when you're using a shade as dark as this one. But the shade itself is so beautiful. It's so dark, so deep. I just love it. And I actually don't hate it with this makeup look. It's probably not one that I'm going to keep on with this makeup look, but I don't hate it with it. But it is a really beautiful shade. It makes my teeth look really white, which is always a plus for me. I think if you are wanting to try something really deep and really dark but don't want to spend loads on it, this is a great formula to try. I do also have the shade 420 Le Rouge Paris, which is a much kind of more traditional but still on the kind of deeper side red. That's what that one looks like. So I really like these. I think they're very much underrated. I never hear anybody mention them, and I think that's a shame because they are really gorgeous. So that is it for day 11. I hope you guys enjoyed me destroying my lips for the sake of entertainment. If you did enjoy this video, please subscribe. Please leave a comment down in the description box. In the comments, praying for my lips because they're going to need it. I'm going to go put some lip balm on now. I do hope you did enjoy this. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe and don't forget to click the bell icon if you never want to miss out on any content from me. We're posting every single day this month. You've been fabulous. I've been Coleoftheball, and I'll see you next time. Bye.